Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Interview with DJ Nocturna. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Well, this morning I'm talking with Rikard from Stockholm's base AProjection.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I know that our time difference is really the opposite end, right? What time is it over there? You're in Stockholm, Sweden, right?
Correct. So
Yeah.
it's 9:30 here in the
9:30
evening.
p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
right now it is 10:30 here in the morning in Honolulu, Hawaii.
And
So,
probably warmer.
yeah, it's kind of a dark and rainy morning, but
Okay.
usually it's very bright and light. But yeah, but
Yeah.
thank you for joining me. I've been looking forward to talking with you,
Hmm.
and I know you are the bassist for the band for a while, but then you currently are the lead singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, currently, especially since the last two albums, right? Was it
Correct.
with yeah. Yeah,
The,
so
the yeah. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Yeah. The former singer, he left the group and started to work with theater instead.
Mm-hmm.
So we were short of a singer, and yeah, we tried another singer, whom everybody else in the band liked, but I really he did his thing good, but he wasn't right for the band. So I basically made him stop, and the other guy said, "Well, then you sing." And I was like, "Okay, well, maybe I can give it a try." So I wasn't too happy about it in the beginning, actually, but I am now. I'm really
Uh,
enjoying.
yeah, it sounds good actually. Yeah.
You.
I
At
mean,
least our live shows have been since we did other rearrangements at the same time with the group, and the live shows have been much more appreciated after that. So I think we did something right.
yeah. And I know but you did some backups in the past, right? When you were not the lead singer. You were doing backup vocals in the
Yeah,
past, too, right?
correct.
Yeah.
I also did the lead sing in "This Is Not Me," the song "This Is Not Me" on our first album, Exit. So I'm not completely new to it, so to speak. But yeah,
So I know the band started in what is it, 2013? It began.
we actually released our first album then. So we probably started around 2011, I
Oh,
think,
okay.
I remember correctly.
And
It was,
and it was
yeah,
founded by you and Amos, right? Is that
correct. Yeah,
okay? Yeah, yeah. So
you have,
how did you guys meet and everything? How did you guys collaborate and started AProjection?
it was actually by an ad. I put out an ad and said I wanted to start a post-punk band, and Amos wanted to do the same. So that's basically it. We recorded 4 songs and made a demo. After that, we met Isaac, or Isaac in English, who became the lead singer then, and he sang for those 4 songs, and we sent it away to Tapet Records and got a deal. Or actually, we sent it to a lot of record. What do you say? A lot
The
of
the
different.
record label. Yeah, yeah.
So, but Tapet was the most exciting, we thought. So we accepted their proposition,
Mm-hmm.
and,
Oh.
and after that we had to, get the full crew and record the rest of the songs and stuff. So basically we kickstarted it right away.
So actually, in the very beginning of the inception of the band, it was only three of you at one point. It was only three
Yeah,
of you. So it was really like a post-punk trio kind of band then, right?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but now you've grown to like it's more electronic bass, a lot of electronics and a bigger group.
Yeah, actually, we were 5 people for a pretty long time, actually. So it's now we're back to 4 again. Um, so it has differed, but like you said, the last album is much more electronic than the previous ones.
Mhm.
Uh, so it's a pretty major change in sound, you could say.
So originally, the songwriter, has it always been you, or do you guys all share that?
We share it. I have done most of the songs and most of the lyrics as well. But anyone is welcome to write songs, and sometimes we do it just by yourself, and sometimes we do it together. And so it's not really, we don't have any strict working process or anything like that. But anything who has anything good to contribute with is welcome to do so.
So I know right now, in the past it was Exit that was your debut album, right?
Mhm.
In 2015, I believe, and then Framework came after that, and then Section. I hope I'm not missing anything. And then now this is your fourth one, right?
Right.
In a different light.
Yeah, you're right about the years there. I was wrong.
I'm not even sure. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, that's why I want to confirm.
You're right. for having, a grip of things when I don't. Yeah, well, I am. Yeah.
I really like how if anybody was to Google AProjection and they go, what is this about? You will find a little bit of what the band sounds like. I guess you could say a description, a danceable mixture of post-punk and electronica, with both depth and edge, and I like that. I mean, the whole thing is just in there, So because danceable electronica, post-punk, I mean, that's something that would really catch my eye, because that's all the genre I love, pretty much.
Oh.
In one, I mean, of course, disco too. That's another story. But
yeah. So, it's a good question. It's actually, I think it was Daniela Vodran, if I remember correctly, a photographer who wrote that pretty early on, actually, in our career, and we kept it since it's very well put, like you said. So
yeah, it fully describes what the band's about, what you're going to likely hear, right?
Yeah,
I think it's very telling. And the lyrics to your songs are also so. What is some of the inspiration for the lyrics, especially from the last album? I mean, the latest one, In a Different Light.
Yeah, it's different things. I mean, basically everyday life, which for some people, and also stuff like anxiety over existence, and bit darker stuff, of course, which I believe everybody has, more or less.
Yeah, very
but
true.
A lot tend to be about that. But yeah, so it's once again, it's nothing you can say generally that we use as an inspiration. It's other than life, basically.
Yeah. Some of I know you have some musical inspirations going back to that era of the post-punk, right?
Yeah,
and I think we share the same passion for some of these bands. Like, I mean, they're really I grew up listening to them, and that's how I fell in love with this genre of music.
Yeah, like Joy Division, Cure, Sisters, for example.
Yeah, I have my favorite album of each, and I'm sure you do too. My favorite album in The Cure is Pornography. Even though a lot of people would say, "Oh, I don't like," I like the other one better. What's it called? The where Love Song is, the later one that's also kind of dark. Disintegration, yeah.
I think that's the most popular, maybe. But yeah, I think Pornography is. I like both, really. I love both.
Yeah.
But maybe more my cup of tea. It's a bit uneven, I should say. But I mean, songs like A Strange Day and, of course, Hanging Garden, it's as good as it can be, basically. And also the songs they released before that, like Charlotte Sometimes, which really should be, if you ask me, which I think that's one of the absolutely best songs ever written. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's so melancholy that you just want to, you want to cry, for joy, not for sadness.
Yeah.
It gives you that feeling. And they say when you cry, your tears of happiness actually falls on the right eye. I don't know if that's true. That's what the right eye tear is a happy tear. On the left eye is the sad tear. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I'm
I've
gonna
never
pay attention to that
heard.
next time.
I'll think about it next time it happens. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
uh, one of the absolutely strongest sides of music, if you ask me, is when it creates, that beautiful pain inside you,
Yeah.
and also when it can evoke not just memories from earlier, but emotions from earlier. Like when you hear a song and suddenly you're like 6 years old again, back in your hometown and stuff.
Oh.
I'm not like you remember it. You're actually there in your body. It's that those strong emotion is what I think makes music my art form of choice. I mean, I love paintings and sculptures, etc. too, of course, but music can touch you so extremely deeply.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, when you hear a particular song that was written like long ago that you like, does it bring back that year when you first heard it or something?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, even new songs, if they're really good, if they have that quality that I really like. For example, like Charlotte Sometimes. Now I heard it when I was a bit older, of course. I was young when that was released, but I'm sure when that was released that I would still, uh, if you forget about that song, sometimes when you hear new songs, you also get that feeling. It's
Hmm.
like that. Ah, yeah, this is right. That this is exactly it, and you're just back there in some age, in some lost time. Uh,
Yeah. It really
so
took
it's
the deepest.
more deeper quality or broader quality than just having heard it once uh, back in the days. Or yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
well, when I hear Charlotte, sometimes I remember the video. It was schoolgirls in uniform, and I went to school in a uniform. I went to an all girls private Catholic school, so I kind of
okay,
can relate to that. And I remember this. It was just when that song came out. I don't know if I heard it exactly when that song came out, but then when I saw the video, I just remember all these things. Yeah, so I understand where you're coming from with that.
yeah. Was it nice going in a Catholic girls' school?
No comment on that one. Uh, well, yeah, I think I'm where I am today because of my upbringing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know if it's
wasn't all.
related to school, but I think it's just the overall upbringing.
Mm,
I
yeah,
was brought up with good family, things like
mm,
that.
yeah, yeah. The main parts to it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So what is the scene like in Sweden? That's where you live currently, right?
Yeah, in Stockholm,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
I didn't hear a question. What is it?
What is the scene like? The music scene.
Okay, I mean you have pretty many new Swedish darkwave bands.
Mhm.
Agent Silence, then comes
Yeah.
Silence, etc., etc. It's quite a lot of them now, actually. So in that sense, it's a pretty interesting scene, I would say. But it's. I mean, Sweden is such a small country, or at least have such a small population.
Hmm.
So even if it's an unusually big percentage that listen to darkwave, it's still very few compared to other countries. So it can feel a bit, I don't know, claustrophobic sometimes. Actually, it's a small scene, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which
I well say I'm sorry. What was that?
no, it has its pros and cons,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Mm.
So I know now you guys are in the record label Metropolis Records.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
we're
then
happy about.
yeah, and you just released in a different light. Was it last month, November? Did that come out in November?
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's pretty brand new. So if anybody want to check that out, they can go to Metropolis Records, or you also have a website, aprojection.com.
Correct.
And I also know you released some amazing videos.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so do you have any do you guys plan how the video is going to look? And
Mm,
Do you guys coordinate with someone to do the videos?
yeah. We oh, we have pretty much done what the directors wanted us to do. We didn't have so much with the videos to do. We could make some decisions.
Mm-hmm.
They could ask, or do you want prefer that or that? But basically, it was it's two different directors for the last four videos actually. So it's Niklas Lindahl made the Darwin Eden video.
Yeah.
And the other videos are made by actually I don't know her. Valerie Escort is her Instagram
Okay.
page. We call her Lera, which is her nickname. Not sure actually about how to pronounce. She's from Ukraine, and it's a very different language from Swedish. So yeah, but she has done the other videos. Both of them very talented, and they basically did their thing. Especially Lera, because she recorded most of it, or everything without us. So, but they have caught the mode of the songs very well, I think.
Yeah.
So they did maybe the Darwin's Eden video was
Oh yeah.
a little bit more blasphemous than I had pictured at first. I have some very Christian relatives, for example, that
Oh really?
might not appreciate that. But so yeah, but I really like the aesthetics of it. It catches the mood of the song extremely well. So it's well done. All the videos we're happy about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, so what was the inspiration behind the new album? I mean, were you guys aiming towards getting a more like I know it's more electronic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you leaning towards more of something different from the previous ones?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, 80s synth is just as much my music style as.
Oh yeah, I love that too, very much.
So it's that plus post-punk, basically. That is my favorite genres. So moving to a more synth-based 80s style felt 100% natural. It's really what I like too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and still, I mean, I would say the songs haven't changed all that much. It's the album is called In a Different Light for a reason, and it's because it is in a different light, but it is a light. You know, the core is pretty much the same, anyways. It's more the instrumental part that is the sound picture that is different. Of course, you also develop the songwriting as well, but no, basically it was a lot of 80s
Influence.
that was our main influence. Also modern, the 80s retrowave now is pretty big, so you have a lot of good bands that are modern that you really can draw a lot of inspiration from too. I mean, Boy Harsher, for example, is a very good example.
Yeah, great.
Well, and she passed away. Their album was called Disco Anxiety. I don't. Yeah, the latest album. That is also quite a lot of 80s influences in it, and Agent Sidegrinder as well. Their last album. So there are many sources for inspiration for this last album. And of course, yeah, the old ones too, like Eurovision, Cure, Sisters, and Smiths, etc. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I totally. Yeah, and I love the way you guys put together your cover, the cover of the albums. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
thank you.
I mean they're very artistically done. Yeah.
Thank you. It's me who do them.
Who does them?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you do that kind of stuff. You
Yeah,
do.
I'm
Oh,
graphic.
oh yeah.
So
I can see because I can see them. I don't know how to describe it. Like for example, I'm looking at the single for Anywhere, the actual cover,
mhm.
and I just love the way um the pictures are put in a composition.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I can tell the artistic quality of it. Yeah.
Thanks.
So I yeah. Wow. It's amazing. So what is it like to be Metropolis Records? I know it's a great label.
Yeah, it's. I mean, what a roaster! It's many of the bands there are also our favorites for a long time. So yeah, I mean, it's a label that is has been kind of legendary to us, and to be a part of it is absolutely an honor. So we're really happy about it. When we first heard that they were interested in signing us, it was like, really? Are you sure? So yeah, no, we're happy about it for
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's quite fitting. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It-
think
it-
so.
yeah.
We, absolutely that we are in the right place.
Yeah, because
Much
it's
more
a great label. I mean, I mean, they're one of the top labels in the genre.
exactly.
So, and it's a
So
wonderful thing. And
yeah,
big shout out to Ethan Maroldis for collaborating this interview. Yeah,
uh,
he's a wonderful guy.
thank you.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if he wants me to mention it, but he has an amazing passion for cars and automobiles.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So do I. That's why I share that with.
Okay, cars are nice. So is it like racing cars or
No, I
old?
think it's like old cars. Yeah, like classics. The classics.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of aesthetics in that field too that is interesting.
Mhm.
You can, uh, historical developments and style changes, etc. Of course, so that's
So this latest album, was this all written during the when everybody had to stay inside and not go out because of the
yeah.
pandemic? Or was it more like from different time eras and you just put everything together?
Um, yeah, it's both, like it usually is. Actually, it's both very old songs and brand new ones. Of course, you had time to write stuff during the COVID period, but it's not just from that actually. For example, Darwin's Eden, that is the biggest single from that album. That's a really old song. It was supposed to be a pretty gothic song actually, with a guitar song. So, and we what to say, electrified or
Yeah.
synthified some of the old songs. Um,
Oh yeah, you just put it. Okay. Yeah. Wow. And so are there any upcoming plans for this album and for maybe playing
Tour.
somewhere? Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, we are having a release tour in February in
Okay.
Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so and then we will also play. Let's see here. Mm-mm. We will also play in Metaluna in
Oh,
2000, which we're also very happy about. That has been a long goal for us to play there.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
very nice.
have you guys ever played in the US? Or would you like?
No, we would love to. Absolutely. We'll see if that can happen. But nothing, no plans so far. Actually,
Yeah.
we have to scratch to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if any promoters out there would like to bring a projection to the US, there's an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So if anybody wanted to, I know you have a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Just Google AProjection, and also you've got you're in Bandcamp as well. And of course aprojection.com for more information, and you're also on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah, correct. If you go to AProjection.com, that page is basically, you have music there and then links to all those places you just mentioned. So you have everything there
Yeah.
at aprojection.com. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for joining me. I mean, anything else that you want to mention? That anything new or anything upcoming?
No, I think we covered it pretty well, actually. No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to your future albums coming out, and all the and hopefully we'll see you in the US,
Yeah, I hope so. That
or
would be.
we'll have to go to Europe.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay, I had this Rikard from AProjection. Thank you so much for joining me and for being on the show. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for tuning in and listening. Okay, let me turn this off real quick.